Hello and welcome. My name is Maria Elena Perales, and on behalf of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Orange, we welcome you to the last session of our 2022 Virtual Summer Public Witness. I thank you for joining us. We are honored to have today's prayer and witness be co-sponsored by Clergy and Laity United for Economic Justice, also known as CLU Justice. As you may remember, Hangul shared her story of love and resilience last Thursday. This morning, it is my pleasure to introduce her as the lead for our today's program. Hangul, it is our pleasure to partner with you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria Elena. It's so good to be with you here all today. Today we are joined by Imam Kaiser Shabir from the Islamic Center of Fullerton. We're joined by local artist Lucas Chen. We're joined by Guillermo Torres, the program director for CLU. We're joined by Isabel Garcia, a young religious leadership fellow from CLU. We're joined by Jackie Mentor from the OC Jewish Coalition for Refugees. And we're joined by Sny Desir, who will be sharing his story with us today. Today we gather in solidarity with our dear neighbor and the most vulnerable. We pray for our brothers and sisters who have been displaced from their home countries through oppression, persecution, violence, and war. And as people of faith, we are called to welcome the stranger by ministering and advocating for immigrants and refugees. May God's love give us humility to welcome, protect, promote, and integrate our brothers and sisters into our communities. And let us now be led in prayer by Imam Kaiser.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma a'zini nuran wa atini nuran wa ja'alni nuran. Subhana alladhi ta'tifu bil izzi wa qala bihi. Subhana alladhi labasa al majda wa takarrama bihi. Subhana alladhi la yanbaghi at-tasbihu illa lahu. Subhana dhil fadli wal ni'am. Wa subhana dhil majdi wal karam. Wa subhana dhil jalali wal ikram. O God, grant me a great light. Give me light and make me light. Glory be to he who is gentle in his exaltedness and speaks through it. Glory be to he who is cloaked in majesty and acts generously through it. Glory be to he who has no need of glorification other than his own. Glory be to the Lord of grace and blessings. Glory be to the Lord of magnificence and magnanimity. Glory be to the Lord of majesty and generosity. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Imam Kaiser, for sharing those words with us. Again, I wanted to say thank you all for joining us today. And I also wanted to say that we are joined by local artist Lucas Chen, who has generously shared his work with us surrounding the themes of unity and community solidarity. And his art pieces are actually going to be displayed at the end of our program as a visual meditative experience, exploring our communal imaginings. And we thank him for his contribution to this space. Our speaker today is Sny Desir. Sny is an asylum seeker from Haiti who took on a very dangerous journey to seek refuge in the US with his wife, Nancy, and their nephew. And we are so thankful to have him share his impactful story with us today. Please feel free to take it away, Sny.
Buenos días a todos. Luis Guillermo. Guillermo.
Okay. Sny said good morning to everyone.
Es un placer hoy para contar mi testimonio.
It is an honor for me to share my story today.
Yo soy haitiano, nací en Haití.
I am from Haiti. I was born in Haiti.
Yo nací el día 8 de noviembre de 1982.
I was born in 19... ¿Qué día otra vez?
8 de noviembre 1982. 1982.
1982, in the month of November, on the 9th day. that was my birth.
Yo estudié en Haití mi estudio clásico y yo hice mi universidad en República Dominicana.
I study in Haiti, but I also study in the Dominican Republic.
Yo estudié hotelería, que significa técnico hotelería.
Hotelería, dijiste?
Sí,
En la industria de hoteles.
yes.
So he studied hospitality in the hospitality industry.
Yo tuve más o menos como 5 o 4 años en República Dominicana estudiando.
I was in the Dominican Republic for about 4 or 5 years studying.
Después yo empecé a trabajar.
Then I started working after that.
Cuando yo encontré que yo pude ayudar a mi país, yo fui en Haití a trabajar.
When I was able to realize that I was able to help my country, I went to work there.
Y desde el momento yo empecé a trabajar con un no diputado.
So then I started working there with some deputies there.
Él tiene una nightclub, se llama Esquina Latina.
With an owner of a nightclub that the name was Corner Latin Corner.
Y el dueño se llama García Derba.
¿Cómo se llama?
García Derba.
And the name of the owner was Garcia Derba.
Desde el momento yo empecé a trabajar y como hay mucho latino que ha venido en este club, y entonces yo empecé a tener mucho amigo, compañero y todo.
Since the moment I started work, I met there was many friends that frequent the place that I knew, and then there was many people that I met and other colleagues and workers.
Y encontré a uno de los líderes políticos ha venido a tomar un día.
And there was a political leader that one day show up to come and have a drink at the bar.
Bueno, parece es uno de los amigos del mismo dueño.
He seemed to be one of the friends of the owners of the club.
Le encontré que yo tenía mucha persona que me conoce allá. Él me ofrece a trabajar con él.
So Sny had been sharing that he knew a lot of people, and he offered Sny a job. He asked Sny to come and work for him.
Porque él tiene un nightclub también que él quiere rivalidad como igual como Esquina Latina.
Because he also owned a nightclub similar to the nightclub here, the Latina Corner.
Porque yo trabajé allá como bartender.
Because I was a bartender, because that's what I studied for, actually in the hospitality industry.
En mi trabajo yo me sentí súper bien y yo nunca tuve problema con nadie, ni con cliente, ni con compañero. Yo le dije que, bueno, yo me siento bien.
I told him that where I was currently working, I felt secure and I liked my job, so I wanted to stay where I was at.
Él me dijo, si yo no quiero de forma normal, él puede pasar a la mala, porque es una persona que quiere que, él me dijo que por su capacidad, tú puedes trabajar conmigo súper bien.
So because, so the response by him, this politician, was that either you take the job kind of like a threat, either you take the job that I'm offering you, we could do this that way, or I have other means to be able to get you to come and work for me.
Yo empecé a investigar con mis compañeros que tienen más tiempo en mi trabajo.
I started investigating with my colleagues who have more work.
Ellos me contaron que ese señor le hace kidnapping, se llama Don Cato.
They let me know about this person because his name is Carlos. Sny, una pregunta. Me preguntan, ¿te sientes bien compartiendo en inglés o quieres seguir en español?
En español, para que usted pueda explicar todo.
Ok, muy bien, síguele.
Y entonces, cuando yo empecé a pensar como si yo voy a trabajar con una persona que hace kidnapping, yo puedo incluirlo en kidnapping, por cualquier momento llega todo, puede llegar el problema al futuro. Yo no quise trabajar con él.
So once I found out more about him, I didn't want to work with him because I think there might be, for working with this kind of person, there might be trouble ahead.
Un día él vino, no, él vino, él manda su gente que trabaja con él.
So
Amenazar.
one day he sent some of his people that works for him to threaten me.
Y yo le dije a ellos que yo no quiero trabajar con ustedes porque yo estoy bien de mi trabajo y yo no quiero. Él me dijo, si yo te pagan más. Yo le dije que no, no por el trabajo más, por el patrón que me atiende mejor. Yo no sé cómo va a trabajar su patrón.
Yeah, I responded to them that to his people that I didn't want to leave my job. I was secure. I felt okay where I was at, and I didn't want to leave my job. Yeah.
En diciembre 2019,
In December 2019,
y yo salí del trabajo, yo estoy tomando camino y yo voy para mi casa.
I left work and I was on my way home.
Desde el momento yo escuché que ellos me dijo que se para.
At that moment, I heard a voice saying, "Stop."
Y yo no hace caso no sé quién y no es policía. Ellos empezaron tirando atrás de mi computadora.
I didn't respond to the voice because I realized it was not a cop who was asking me to stop. And then suddenly I started hearing all these shots, them starting to shoot at me with guns.
Y cuando yo no pude aguantar más, me caí en el motor. Porque yo venía en el motor.
En la motocicleta.
Sí.
La motocicleta. Yeah, and when I couldn't hold on no more, I was driving a motorcycle while they were shooting at me, and then I fell. The motorcycle, I fell and with the motorcycle because I couldn't hold on anymore.
Mi pie se partió en dos pedazos. Mi pie izquierda.
My left leg was broken in two sides.
Y cuando ellos va a cerca mío para matarme, había una patrulla de policía llegando al tiempo, gracias a Dios.
And when they were about to execute me right there, while I was on the ground, laying on the ground with a broken leg, there was a patrol that all of a sudden came, showed up, police patrol with a sound, and they scared them and they scattered and they left.
Y desde el mismo tiempo, la policía me mandó para el hospital. Yo duraba 10 meses, no puede caminar, no puede hacer nada.
At that moment, the cops sent me to the hospital. I lasted for about 10 months where I couldn't walk, when I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything.
Después de ese tiempo, yo empecé a caminar. Yo fui con mi esposa a un supermercado.
After that time, I went to the supermarket with my wife.
Y cuando entré en el supermercado y mi esposa empecé a comprar, yo vi 5 hombres que está acechando, pero la misma cara que yo conocía, que viene con su misma jaqueta de seguridad de su jefe. Ellos están diciendo, es él, el momento que yo estoy adentro.
At that market, all of a sudden 5 men showed up, and I recognized them. They had the same jackets, the same clothing from before, that they worked for this politician. And I heard them yelling, this is him, that's him.
Y este mismo tiempo, yo hablo con mi esposa, yo le dije que trata de llegar a la casa, voy a llegar como sea.
So I told my wife to leave, to go home, and I will get there somehow.
Y de momento yo traté de hablar con alguien, yo fui para mi casa. Después
At that moment, I tried to talk to somebody, then I left to my house, and then a week after.
Después de una semana, yo escuché que hay ruido como a las 3 de la mañana en el lugar donde yo vivo. Y
and a week after, I heard some noise.
Empecé
Okay.
a preguntar por mí.
Around a week after, I heard around 3 in the morning, I woke up hearing some noise, and I heard people calling out my name at my home.
Diciendo, Sny, yo sé que usted vive aquí, salga para afuera, porque nosotros ofrecemos trabajo hace mucho tiempo. Usted no quiso trabajar, pero usted no va a trabajar por nadie más, si usted no quiere trabajar con nosotros.
And they yell, Sny, we know you live here. Come out, come out. We offer you work. a while back, you didn't. You must know that you're not going to work for anybody else. Come out.
Y yo empecé a tirando en la casa, tirando todo el patio, tirando.
And tirando qué, Sny, en la
Shot,
casa.
ellos están shot.
Oh, so then all suddenly they started shooting up the houses, and they started shooting and shooting. They kept shooting up the house.
La casa donde vivimos hay como eso cerra, como tener vecino. Nosotros entramos en la casa del vecino, abajo de la cama, abajo de la mesa, nosotros escondemos.
So then we went to our neighbor's house and we hid under the table in our neighbor's home.
Y desde el momento yo entré a la casa, no vi nada. Empecé a buscar, pregunta, no vi nada. Ellos se fueron.
And then I didn't, while I was hiding, I didn't see nothing. I didn't heard nothing no more. And then they left.
Desde otro día, nosotros, yo y mi esposa y mi sobrino, yo tengo una radio pequeño, yo hice un voz de radio cassette, yo envié a Radio Metropol para que yo pueda pasar. Yo empecé a contar que Don Cato es un criminal, es uno de diputado criminal en Haití. Nadie no puede vivir allá porque él hace junto con Jovenel, no puede vivir allá. Yo tengo que ir del país.
So then Sny made some kind of communication through some radio frequency. Not sure if it's a radio program, but he started saying, saying that this person is a criminal. This politician is dangerous. I cannot live here. My family cannot stay here. I must flee.
Y nosotros ponemos, yo y Organs, ponemos la ropa de mujer, pone peluca y nosotros salimos para República Dominicana.
So me and my nephew, we dressed up with women's clothing. We put on a wig as disguise, and we fled and we left to the Dominican Republic.
Cuando llegamos a República Dominicana, nosotros hicimos como 3 días.
And on the way to the Dominican Republic, it took 3 days for us to get there.
Y después nosotros tomamos vuelo, llegamos para frontera Chile y Perú.
And then after that, we took a flight to Chile and then Peru.
Empezamos la aventura hasta llegar en Estados Unidos.
And we started our adventure to our journey to come to the U.S.
Pasamos.
Nomás tenemos 3 minutos, ¿ok? Más.
Sí. Y entonces nosotros duramos 11 días en Darien. Darien es una selva. Darien duramos 11 días en la selva. Esa selva de Panamá, de Colombia y Panamá.
For 11 days, we were in a journey through a horrific jungle that in between Panama and Colombia. For 11 days, that's where we were journeying through the jungle of that jungle for 11 days.
Y duramos 5 meses en México.
And then we lasted 5 months in Mexico.
De situación no está bueno en México porque hay mucho extranjero en México. Tiene un señor, se llama Marvin Altuno. Él quiso matarme por la razón que él está sacando dinero, la mano de la gente. Él saca en mi mano como $1,800, él diciendo que él va a dar papel a nosotros para que nosotros pueda quedar en México. Y cuando yo fui a pidiendo el dinero, él saca un 9 milímetros, pone mi cabeza adentro un modelo plus.
So in Mexico, while we were there, it was very dangerous. All these people, strangers, coming to us. And then this person by the name of Martin came and offered us papers to try to stay here in Mexico, try to stay there in Mexico, and in exchange for money. And when I went to give him money, he put a 9mm on my head and threatened me.
Y desde el momento, nosotros viajamos el día 7 de Tapachula, México, hasta Tijuana. Nosotros duramos 3 días en buses.
And since that moment, on the 7th day, we traveled from Tapachula, Mexico to Tijuana. We traveled for 3 days on a bus.
Cuando llegamos en México, en Tijuana, nosotros cruzamos la frontera por Tecate, como el tipo la 1 de la mañana, entramos en Estados Unidos el día 11 de diciembre 2019.
So and then we crossed to Tecate, from Tijuana into the U.S. To ask for asylum on, I think it was December 2019.
Sí, 11 de diciembre, de 11 December 2019. Desde el momento, yo tuve 7 meses, 5 días en otra mesa y después otra mesa me soltaron, yo fui en Miami y después Guillermo abrió la puerta, yo llegué en California y hasta ahora yo estoy aquí.
Yes, yes. So I was detained for 7 months, and then once I got released, I went to Miami, and then I came to California with Guillermo, and one of the churches from the Methodist churches who sponsor us, and I've been here since.
That's my story. There's more, but I cannot explain everything because it killed my father, my sister. There's a lot of stuff I just talk about me.
Thank you. Sny, muchas gracias por tu.
Gracias a ustedes. Gracias por escucharme. Gracias porque usted me da oportunidad para compartir con ustedes.
That's my story. There's a lot more to share about my family and others. Thank you for listening to my story. Gracias otra vez, Sny. Thank you, Sny, for such a powerful, resilient story, a story of resilience and hope. I know Sny did not get to share how dangerous that when the part where he was in the jungle for 11 days because we don't have time, but it was a horrific trip. I had never heard that trip from all the immigrants that I've been helping. A crew has been helping asylum seekers. I had never heard this story, like Sny's story, and that horrific journey, especially through the jungle where there's snakes and gorillas and criminals, and then so I want to thank him again for his resilience and for his hope, him and his family, and his powerful story, and what he's doing for others too. So thank you. At this moment, I would like us to take a moment to pause and reflect on the words that Sny has shared. Take a little pause here just to reflect and take in this powerful story. Now, I would like to invite us to take well, as we take a moment to reflect what we heard, what impacted you the most from Sny's powerful story, and what is one word of encouragement or hope you have for Sny? We ask that you type in the chat your word, phrase you would like to share with Sny. This is a word that comes to your heart after hearing the story of struggle and resilience. Thank you for those who are sharing in the chat. I want to share these words with Sny, what people are sharing on the chat. Let me see. Sny, thank you for sharing your experience. Jackie shares that with us. Pastor Mary, thank you for, hold on 1 second, I lost the in here. Thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing your story. Sny, faith, Carolina puts faith, welcome. You enrich us with your presence, strength, persistencia, persistence, endurance. Let me see, you give me inspiration, faith. Sny, you are welcome here. You are loved and valued. You will never be forgotten or forsaken. Hope and faith, Karen, courage. I hope your words in my heart. Terry, you are not alone. Fighting spirit, Pastor Mary, Isabel, thank you for sharing a part of your journey. Sny, grace, Reina, thank you for being so graceful. Resilience, Jackie, Barbara, let me see, courage, keep the faith, Rose, Maria Elena, thank you for sharing your story. Sny, you are a voice for many of our brothers and sisters. Warrior of God, thank you for sharing your story, Sny. Adelante, hermano, Pastor David. Adelanto, hermano,
Gracias,
to
gracias.
you and your family.
Gracias.
You deserve every bit of happiness. Luis, Ashley, thank you for your vulnerability. Sny, powerful. Perseverance, inspiration, courage. Thank you for sharing. Truth, humility, hope. Keep moving forward with courage. Faderica, I believe it is, and strength. Gracias por compartir tu historia, Sny. Ese es de Shazam. I heard a lot of resilience, and I'm so glad that you're sharing with us. Esas son todas las palabras de todos, Sny.
Muchas gracias. Gracias por todo. Gracias.
Now,
Gracias.
Gracias, and I'll pass it back now to the facilitator for the next part of the program. And thank you all for opening up your heart and space to listen to Sny's powerful story.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for putting on this wonderful, moving program and for inviting me to share a few words. We're all here because we care about people like Sny and those who have suffered because of unfair, unjust rules of the border and immigration policies. I'd like to share a few ways that we can all make a difference in our community, and some will extend beyond our community. Every August, Congress is on recess, and our members of Congress are back in their local districts. I would like to invite you to join the August Advocacy Days to meet with our local members of Congress. And I will share a link in the chat when I'm finished speaking to sign up to partner with Churla, and they will offer training and talking points. And the three pieces of, there are many pieces of legislation, but three very important pieces of legislation that we must keep advocating are: we must eradicate Title 42 and make sure that it's not put in place again, so that our border remains open to asylum seekers. The Afghan Adjustment Act is coming up. It was just introduced to both the House and the Senate. This is major progress. And as we are approaching the year anniversary this month of the evacuation of Kabul, and our country has brought in nearly 80,000 Afghan evacuees, the Afghan Adjustment Act will provide a permanent legal pathway to residency and citizenship. It's very important so that they don't have to fight long legal battles to claim asylum. And the third piece of legislation, each year the presidential determination is made, and that's when the president decides what is the refugee cap or refugee ceiling, meaning how many refugees will the United States allow into the country in a fiscal year. So it's important that we remind our legislators that this is an issue of great importance to us. And this year we are pushing for the president to set the cap at 200,000 refugees. My organization, OCJCR, helps asylum seekers, refugees, humanitarian parolees with setting up their apartments and furnishing them. And we accept gently used furniture and household items. If you are able to donate, I will put also our email address in the chat. We furnished some just over 30 apartments this year, and we can accomplish much more with more help. And lastly, if you're interested in helping with a new population that is arriving here because of another war, we are setting up welcome circles for Ukrainian refugees. And I'd be happy to speak with anyone about what that entails. So thank you again. Thank you, Hankyul, for organizing this wonderful program. And thank you, Clue, and the Sisters of St. Joseph for inviting me to join you.
Awesome. So now we'd like to end this space with a reflective piece graciously curated by local artist Lucas Chen. So feel free to receive this meditation experience in a way that honors you and your body, rather that's you closing your eyes or sitting in a relaxed position.
Imagine you're a dandelion seed. You're surrounded by all of your siblings in a warm bubble. A gentle breeze sways you back and forth. Feels nice, but connections are loose. And you know that you're destined to travel far. You have the courage, and you know that you must go. You must travel and start your roots elsewhere. My intention with this work was to dig into my understanding of being the child of an immigrant, a child of two immigrants. There's a connection that I know I will never really have to my culture. It's slowly fading from me to those who come after me. The distance between us and who we were grows wider, and memories get lost. Things are forgotten. But at the same time, this gives us an opportunity to create new traditions, to establish new roots, new communities, to build something where we are and where we can. So it represents hope.
Thank you for a beautiful reflection and meditation. Today we have heard a powerful testimony from Sny, our friend. He is one of millions of other refugees around the world who have similar stories. Sny, today you have shared on behalf of so many people. You've been their voice. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing. Please know we embrace you in prayer. We have received a wealth of information providing many opportunities to be involved and take action. Thank you, Jackie. We ask that we continue to pray and advocate for just immigration policies that can provide an opportunity for so many of our brothers and sisters in search for a better life, where their human rights are respected and their dignity is acknowledged. We thank you for joining us today, our last of the 6 virtual events. Thank you, Hanul, for planning and coordinating this wonderful event. We are so grateful to you. As usual, you will receive a link for today's recording and a copy of the prayer, and then, of course, the actions that we shared today. We ask that you please invite others to join us next week as we begin our in-person public witness outside our mother house, outside for 480 South Batavia. They will be every Thursday from next week up until September 22nd from 6 to 7 p.m. So we are so grateful for the opportunity to be able to be with all of you this morning. And we pray that we continue to be in collaboration as we advocate and pray for our brothers and sisters who are only merely trying to make a decent life, running away from violence and war. Thank you for your support. We now invite those who can stay for a few minutes to join in community and just say hi. We are grateful for the opportunity to gather with one another. Thank you so much.
Thank you.